Welcome back to A False Sense of Security on Holy Babble. This is the second part of part one. So as I was saying, it's okay to acknowledge if you don't feel like rejoicing sometimes because you are going through some stuff. You shouldn't have to pretend that you are fine, that you're fine or not, that you're fine. And how many times, how you doing at church? How y'all doing? How everything's fine, everything's fine, oh, everything's great. And some people say, no, I'm not fine. This kind of sucks right now, and I don't know how to handle it. I've tried everything to do. And yeah, I'm going to have to give it to God, or I'm going to have to just work hard to get to my end goal, whatever I'm trying to make happen, or talk to somebody else who can help me, because it just sucks right now. And it's okay to me to say, no, things aren't fine right now. I mean, and Lord knows if you can still find something positive that day to be thankful for, absolutely, then you gravitate towards that. I hope that one good thing will expand through the rest of that day that wasn't so good. But you don't hear people saying how blessed they are when COVID wipes out their family. You notice that? You just don't. I'm so thankful. God blessed. I'm the only one left in my family. And that is for real. There are some people in some of these bigger cities who has wiped out the entire family. The entire family is gone. Okay, mom and 3 kids. You know, grandma who's laying in the house too. She's gone. I mean, you say you're blessed. Sometimes you are, and sometimes you're not. Okay, or how blessed you are after miscarriage number 6, you know, and you're like, all these people out here who have kids don't even want their kids, don't even take care of their kids. Some of these people throwing babies in trash cans behind buildings, and we can't even get one kid, and we want kids so bad. You can't give us one kid, Lord. You know, and the best you can do is say, Lord, give me the strength to handle the things that, you know, I can't control, I don't understand, and the courage to accept it, something like that. That's the best. I prefer that than saying, well, God's just testing you. To say, Lord, give me the strength to handle that. I like that saying the most of all, more than most scriptures probably. I don't even know if that's scripture, but that, Lord, give me the strength to handle the things I cannot control. But I love that saying. There is only so far down you can go. Once you hit rock bottom, there's only the only direction you can go is up. But before I go up, I'm going to talk about some of the ways that are confusing and will make you seriously question how you view reality under the cloak of Christianity. Okay? So let me get to this next half here in a minute. Hey, here are some examples. Let's say you are in a boating accident, okay, with 10 other people. You are the lone survivor, okay? And you say, God saved and protected me, right? Thank the Lord, He saved me, I'm still here. Wouldn't that have to mean that God chose not to protect and save those 10 other people? So if your 2 kids who made it, if you have the 2 kids who made it out of the classroom at the elementary school in Texas, at the mass shooting where all those elementary kids got killed, and you're standing there and talk to the cameras, you know, God blessed our family, while the other families are standing around going, how come we didn't get blessed? Crying their eyes out. How come we didn't get blessed? Gosh, our kids were innocent, sweet kids. They hadn't even started their life yet, so we didn't get blessed. So it sucks for those families, right? So if you have to stop and think, this is some serious stuff. I'm sorry, it needs to be said. So is God up there going, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you know, you in the red shirt, you get to stay, you in the blue, no, you're not going to make it. It makes you wonder, what is the process of elimination? What is the process of elimination? Say, okay, you're a kid who's 2 years old or 5 months old. You get to stay. This other infant gets to go. Is there really a process of elimination that God is making a conscious decision whose baby gets to live and whose doesn't? And please, if it's my child, don't come to me and say, God needed another angel. He should have a crap load of angels up there by now. It should be getting crowded up there. You let somebody do it, he needed another angel, especially if your kid died in a horrible way. You're trying to tell me God needs another angel. You better tell me something else more than that. You better tell me something better than that. I'm sorry. But what is the process of elimination? Is there any thought going into this? I would personally feel better just saying, I wasn't fortunate. You know, we were just unlucky, unfortunate. Instead of saying, my kid wasn't chosen to live. God didn't choose to bless my kid. I don't know. Here's an alternative. But what if every time something happened to you, good or bad, you didn't tell yourself, I deserve this because I was good, or I deserve this because I was bad, okay? That's just life, okay? The circle of life. And life is not always fair. It's not always about good deeds, okay? Or how much money you put in the collection plate, okay? And I understand, that sometimes you want to say, gosh, this person really did some bad stuff in their life. And now they're getting, like Jeffrey Dahmer, he got murdered in church, murdered in jail. And we don't feel bad, we don't really feel bad about that. Somebody will still pray for a soul. But you don't feel bad about them. Somebody's done more, you feel like they've done more bad than good. Then you also have to wonder what got them to that place, right? What got them to that? And so some flowers die naturally, others are cut down. Okay, we would say because we would say that the flower could say, "But why me? Why'd you cut me down? I could have been blooming and living for at least throughout the season of my life." What would you say? Because you're so beautiful. That's why I chose to kill you, right, flower? That just so. But life isn't concerned with how much you give, come to church, or you are still susceptible to life. Life doesn't say, "But hey, don't get me. Go to this person. They only went once a week. I went twice a week." That's not how it works. You hold people shooting up churches now. Oh, you have people shooting up churches nowadays. So you're not even safe in God's house. Okay, you have security cameras now in church. You have police, security guards. Church on lockdown. Okay, I don't blame them. Unfortunately, that's what it is now. In Texas, if a suspicious-looking person or a stranger walks in the middle of service wearing like a long trench coat, and you say something ain't right, next thing you're going to hear that song leader say is, "Please turn your hymnals to page 58, light them up." After that, we will be singing "Cock It and Pull It," page 72, right? Everybody get your gun ready, because that happened in the church for real in Texas, where a guy came in with a gun, and like 20 people in that church, grandma, grandpa, everybody, they got that gun out. So they ain't playing around now, not just in Texas, but other places too. But you don't let your guard down because you are in a Christian business, or your child is sleeping over at someone's house who says, "Oh, we're Christian." You still stay vigilant. You say, "Hey, while my kid's at your house tonight on a sleepover, we don't do this, this, and that. We don't allow drinking, smoking, X-rated movies," just so you know. Sometimes you think you know somebody. Oh, they're Christian. You let it go. Then you find out, you did what at her house? She let you do what? Oh, no. You're like, so you always stay vigilant no matter if I say, "We're a Christian-run business. We will never do you wrong." Don't count on that. They're still people. They're still human. In conclusion, if you believe that everything good comes from God and everything bad comes from Satan, then you're still going to be mad that God didn't intercept Satan's basketball, right? You're still going to say, "Well, no, God, you have the power to stop that, to stop that ball from going to that basket," right? If you can use God as a beacon or as a resource of hope to keep you centered and focused through life's trials and tribulations, by all means use him. But if that's not working for you, then you have to find or create a resource that can keep you grounded, that's not destructive to yourself or others, that will help you rebuild what's been torn down. You may not get back to the exact place you started at, but learn to accept that new spiritual home, whatever your new normal is. You say, "Well, gee, we don't, after the housing crisis, we never got back to that big mansion, but we're still here, and we have a new place we call home, and now this is our new. We accept that, or we just work hard to get back to where we got to, if that's possible." So that's just something to think about. That's the stuff people don't say they ain't gonna say it, right? And I just think that's wrong. To just keep on making people believe that they're safe when they're not. They're not. And that's why so many people get hurt when they find out they're not safe. They are hurt. Because that's what you keep telling people. They're not. Right? So that's just something to think about. Thanks for watching Holy Babble.